to go into detail of it, how should we do, Prof? Because we can see that there are a lot of mosques built nowadays and musallas are everywhere. And at the same time, social problems are also increasing. Yeah, Prof, so how do we actually do it? Is it enough taught in the mosque and so on? Or how do we actually cater to each and individual needs, Prof, to touch their heart?
I think we need to start it from below. Yeah, it has to do it at grassroots levels. Yeah, at grassroots level. Let me tell a little bit of our story. Yeah, our endeavor at this time. We realized that there are a lot of problems within the asnaf of zakah. Asnaf of zakah, and then we want to help them. When we study about the way that people are helping the asnaf, the poor, I think it is not really right to do that, because we believe they have their subcultures. They have their own subcultures. Yeah, where they are living within themselves with that kind of subcultures, and they will continue. Like us academicians, we have our subcultures. The academic subcultures as well. So is the asnaf. So what we need to do is to get them together. Yeah. So we have what we call laboratory, a social academic laboratory, which is MASA. MASA means Ma'mal academic, Ma'mal socio-academic. Ma'mal socio-academic. So we work together with the Zakat Pulau Pinang and also Pradana Wakaf in Penang. And then the Pradana Wakaf provide us with apartment, yeah, with a flat, with apartments. And then Zakat Pulau Pinang rents 27 units of that apartment. And then they put the staff into that. And then we start to develop the iman and taqwa first without talking about economics at all. So during the first and second year, we try to identify to what level of iman and also the Islamic knowledge that you have. So almost of them are nil, yeah, because the highest knowledge that they have about Islam is the one that they learn during the primary school. Primary school, and some of them drop out, and then after that, they don't learn anything about Islam anymore. So we start to teach them Quran. We start to have lectures. We have to have spiritual activities, and alhamdulillah, the way they talk now is quite different. Yeah, and the life is quite different. The activities are helping them very much, inshallah. And they're not talking about economics anymore, although we have a lot of economic activities as well. But they feel at peace. They feel very peaceful. And then some of them, alhamdulillah, are willing to help the others. So we start at a group of about 25 families like that. 25 families. Yeah, and then we train them. And I think all of us can start with that kind of. Don't be too ambitious to change at the level of this country. That will be very difficult. So probably INHART also can have a kind of a community, and I'm sure that IIUM is leading in this year with the community activities. Engagement. Yeah, and community engagement. And that can be done, inshallah. Try to raise them. Then try to raise their iman and taqwa, inshallah, and then later on, it be subsequently followed by economic activities to overcome. How long was this program, Prof? I think now it's going to be in the third year. Third year. Third year. I'm very happy. We are very happy with the result. Actually, we are trying to prove our theory, to test our theory, to test our theory. Our theory is that. We always say that to overcome the problem of poverty, we need to overcome the problems of the spiritual disease. Poverty of the heart. Poverty of the heart, that's right. And then initially, yeah, definitely there are people who are very skeptical of that. How come you talk about spiritual? How can you measure the spiritual aspects of them? All sorts of that kinds of questions. But Alhamdulillah, we have to prove that. We want to prove that, and Alhamdulillah, to the extent that the people who are initially skeptical about that are now can see the results. And I think that if all of us are doing that, inshallah, and the Islamic, the actors of Islamic wisdom will raise from below, inshallah.
I see.
Yeah.
There were a few efforts that I heard. There are some schools here, Prof, among in Gombak. They are trying to address some of the families who are actually in need. But the problem that they are facing here, Prof, they do not have any cooperations from the family itself. Yeah, they do not want to join. Sometimes they join, sometimes they went missing, sometimes they went uncontacted. So these are the major problems faced by schools actually who wanted to help the Asnafs with their children and the whole family. So it's good for me to know that there is such effort in Penang is doing it with his staff.
I think, yeah, they have the project. I think the Great Gombak or something like that. Yeah?
The Greater Gombak, yes.
The Gombak, yeah.
Greater Gombak, yeah.
So I think the problems in that definitely Gombak is in the urban areas, and they stay probably separately from each other, not within one community. We are trying to solve that kind of the urban poor as well in Penang.
Yes, urban poor.
But then we ask Zakat and also Wakaf to put them in one place as a community. That's why they put them in one flat in that community, and it's just very easy for us to make programs with them.
I see.
And then, so for instance, each lecturer, especially the woman lecturer, the female, yeah, will go and learn. We'll go and teach Quran to one asnaf, one female asnaf. So they have the one-to-one contact. Yeah, every week they go and learn the Quran. And Alhamdulillah, some of them were crying because before this they don't have the opportunity to learn the Quran. So to read, to recite the Quran. So we have to have the individuals, the relationship, the engagement. Yeah. And then they are in one community. Whenever we do the progress, then have to follow. And in fact, there is one of the prerequisites for the zakat to give the units, the units of the apartment. If they don't follow the programs, and then we will ask them to go out of the apartment. So alhamdulillah, so far, yeah, definitely initially they feel that they are forced to do that. But later on, they can see the benefit, they can feel it, and then now we don't have to force them anymore. So we have alhamdulillah a lot of support from them as well. So this is how we change the subculture. But if they are saying one is here separately, yeah, so it's difficult to get them together. Definitely, they have a lot of excuses to do that. So yeah, I think inshallah we can have any discussion and further discussion on this, inshallah. And
thank you very much.
We have the support of a lot of agencies as well, the NGOs and macam-macam lah. The latest activity that they're doing now is to teach their children codings, yeah, in computer. I'm not sure.
Oh, codings, mashallah.
Codings, yeah, the small, all that. And this is open not only to the Asnaf children, but also to the whole populations of the children of the populations of that apartment.
Yeah, that will get the interest of children nowadays because we need to advance with the digitalized world.
Yeah. So initially, this is not the problem because not all populations of that apartment are Asnaf. So only part of them, and there are people who are renting the common people. Initially, there were gaps. And also a little bit of contradictions, or but then now, alhamdulillah, we get the non-asnaf to be involved in our activities, and they are now together. So that's how the poor can live together with the not really rich, but at least to the able people lah.
Understood.
Yeah, inshallah.